Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Are you Mansi? What's your name?
Ma'am, you are not audible.
I am not audible. Okay. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Divya, ma'am.
But your account is by the name of Mansi.
Yes, ma'am. I changed my name.
Okay. So your name is Divya Bharti.
Yes, ma'am.
Divya Bharti is such a beautiful actress. You remember?
Yes, ma'am. I know about
Okay. You have heard about her.
her. Yes,
So
ma'am.
where are you from?
I am from Andhra Pradesh, ma'am.
Okay. Tell me about yourself, Divya.
My name is Divya Bharati, ma'am. I am from Andhra Pradesh. I completed my graduation and I am married. I have 2 children, ma'am.
You are now living in Andhra Pradesh.
No, ma'am. I am currently staying in Gujarat.
Okay. You were born in Andhra Pradesh. Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you have 2 children.
I have 2 children, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, first of all, thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity.
Most welcome. Did you contact me earlier also?
Yes, ma'am. Yesterday, I
Okay.
sent message you.
Okay. When did you see my videos?
Ma'am, every day,
Oh,
every day I see your videos, ma'am. While I am cooking, that time on your videos, conversation videos, and I
okay.
am listening.
Okay. Thank you so much. And tell me, what does your husband do?
Ma'am, he is working in on private company as
Okay.
a manager.
Okay. So this is a nuclear family?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How old are your children?
My daughter is 10 years old and my son is 8 years old, ma'am.
Okay. And are you doing a job right now?
No, ma'am, I am homemaker.
Okay. Why do you want to learn English?
Ma'am, because I was a Telugu medium student,
Mhm.
so that's why I don't know. I mean, how to speak English and even grammar rules. I don't know, ma'am.
Okay.
Now my children are studying in English medium school.
Okay.
So I want to help them, ma'am, their
Okay.
studies.
Mhm.
So
So when
that's why I'm
okay,
learning English.
that is why you're learning English. So when you studied in Andhra Pradesh, they taught you Telugu and which language? Did they teach you Hindi?
Yes, ma'am. One subject is Hindi.
Okay.
Uh,
So one subject was Telugu and the other was Hindi, but they didn't teach you English.
English also there, ma'am, but
Okay. Okay, they taught
not
you English as a
properly.
subject, but they did not teach you how to speak in English. So there was no
Yes,
spoken English atmosphere.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
Yes.
now you said your children are studying in an English medium school. So we don't say children's, it's children because children is plural. Children means
Okay.
more than one. And if there is one
Mm.
child, then we say one child. And if there are more than one, then we say children. So there is no need to put an S. Okay. Do you mind if
Okay,
I
ma'am.
correct you?
Yes, ma'am. You are correct. I know, but sometimes I make mistake, ma'am,
No
because of
problem.
my nervousness.
Okay. You won't mind, no, if I correct you? Will
Ma'am,
you
I
will you
didn't understand.
will you feel bad if I correct you?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you're
No.
okay, no? Because some people
No,
some
I
people
am
feel
happy.
bad about it. Yeah, okay. You
No,
want me to
ma'am. I
correct
am
you?
happy. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah.
I want to learn. I want to become a fluent English speaker, ma'am. This is my dream.
Your
That's
dream
why
will
nowadays
definitely come
I'm
true.
doing hard work
Okay.
at English. When I get free time, that time I'm only learn English and I watch so many videos on YouTube. And yeah, I like your videos, ma'am, on YouTube.
Thank you. Okay, what do you like about my videos?
You correct their mistakes. Who
Okay.
one talks with you?
Okay.
That time you correct the
Okay, that is
mistakes,
what
ma'am.
you like about my videos, that I rectify the mistakes there and then so that they can work on their mistakes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Correct,
what
ma'am.
are the problems that you are facing while speaking English?
Ma'am, when I practice myself, that time I speak very fluently. But when I speak with others and strangers, that time I forgot all things, ma'am. It is
Actually,
happening.
you think that they are very good in English, they are more fluent in English, and you are less. That is why you become nervous. But if you speak English in front of a person who doesn't know a sentence of English, then you don't get nervous, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Then you speak confidently when you think that this person doesn't know any English, so let me speak confidently. What's the problem? So stop thinking that the other people are more fluent. You are more fluent in Telugu. I don't know a word of Telugu. So am I inferior to you? No.
Oh, ma'am.
It doesn't matter. Which I know one language, you know some other language. It's okay. We were not born in England or America, right? They know English because they were born there. We know Hindi or Telugu because we were born here. They have not
Yes.
done anything magical. They know it because their parents were speaking the language, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your daughter studies in which class?
5th standard, ma'am.
Okay. And your son?
My son is studying 4th standard.
Oh, she's in fifth and he's in fourth.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do they fight with each other?
Ha! So, daily, ma'am.
Okay. They fight with each other every day.
Yes, ma'am, every day.
Do they speak English?
Yes, my daughter speaks very well, ma'am.
Okay.
But my son speaks doesn't speak, ma'am.
Okay. He struggles to
That's
speak
why
English.
nowadays I teach my son how to
Okay.
speak English.
Okay. So if your daughter is fluent in English, you can do your English speaking practice with her every day. You and your son, when you speak English, tell your daughter that if we are making any mistakes, tell us. Correct us whenever we make mistakes.
Yes, ma'am. I practice with her daily,
Okay.
and she corrects me when I make mistakes. That time she don't no, mummy, this is not correct. You pronounce this word this
Okay.
like this. She corrects me, ma'am.
Very good, very good. And when she corrects you, then you remember that this was wrong, and then you can teach the right thing to your son.
Okay, ma'am.
And reading will also help you. Do you read English content every day?
Yes, ma'am. Stories. 30-minute stories. I read every day on YouTube.
You read stories on YouTube every day. And does your son also do that? Sit with him and you both read stories every day. His English will also become better.
Okay, ma'am.
And what about your husband? Does he speak English? Because he is a manager.
Yes, ma'am. He knows English very well.
Your husband and your daughter, they speak well.
Ma'am. Yes.
Okay. So you two should practice with them then. You are in Gujarat. Which area in Gujarat?
At Valsad, ma'am. I'm staying in at Valsad.
At Valsad.
In Gujarat.
Are there any malls and restaurants there?
Yes, ma'am. So many malls and restaurants nearby my home.
So whenever you go to market, so many people in the mall, they speak English, right? You must have seen when they go to the billing counter or when they talk to the salesman, they say, show me this, show me that. Then you can, observe them, how they are talking to the salesman, how they are talking in the restaurant, how they are ordering their food. They would probably say, I want one pizza and two colas. So you can watch them and you can also try speaking those things. Then your nervousness will go. And sometimes you can ask your son, see that uncle has ordered food. You have seen how we order food. Now you also go to the, counter and order food. His confidence will also improve. Your confidence will also improve. In restaurants, in malls, in shops, you start speaking English.
Okay. Okay.
And how do you talk to your children? We can do a conversation like that. Let's say you're speaking to your children when they come home. When they come back home from school, what do you say to them?
They come back home at 2:30 p.m., ma'am.
Okay, that at 2:30. So as soon as they get inside, what do you say?
I say, take off your uniform and you take bath.
Okay, very good. Take off your uniform and take bath. And when they take bath, then what do you say? Come and have lunch?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you speak to them in English all day, is it?
I speak with them, but sometimes, ma'am, when I speak English, that time I forgot. That's why I feel come back my native language.
Telugu. Okay, then you come back to Telugu. Okay, they also know how to speak Telugu?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
They know.
So they are fluent in Telugu and English and Hindi. Do they know Hindi?
Hindi also they know.
Okay, so in Gujarat, they are teaching them Telugu, English and Hindi, all of them?
No, ma'am. In Gujarat, Telugu is not taught. No, ma'am.
Okay. They don't teach
only
Telugu in Gujarat.
And Hindi.
Okay, English and Hindi they teach.
Yes, ma'am.
They
Gujarati
teach.
also.
Okay, English, Hindi, and Gujarati they teach. So that means they know English, Hindi, Gujarati, and Telugu. They know 4 languages. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So they know
Yes,
how
ma'am.
to speak in Telugu just because their parents speak Telugu at home, isn't it? It's because of you. So if you and your husband you start speaking in English all the time, they will be very fluent in English because they learned Telugu by listening, right? So listening is so
Yes.
powerful. Listening is a very powerful thing because when a child doesn't go to school and is born and the child is 2 years old, at that time he doesn't know any grammar, anything, and he has never gone to school. Whatever he speaks, he has learned by just listening.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you do one thing, you whenever you do any work in kitchen or anything else, when you're not talking to anybody, then you put on the conversation videos as well as daily use English sentences videos and keep listening to them. That will enhance your English. And the other thing that I told you, you go to the market, mall, or restaurant and then speak in English. So you're listening and speaking. If you keep practicing both of them, your English will improve. If you just keep listening but you don't speak, then it will not improve. You have to speak also.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
How do you do your
Definitely,
speaking
I will
practice?
speak, ma'am.
How do you do your English speaking practice?
Ma'am, daily I watch YouTube videos and I read some sentence daily. I learn so many new things daily, and every day I practice with my friend 1 hour, ma'am.
Oh, you practice
English practice.
speaking. You speak to your friend for 1 hour every day.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's great because at the end of the day, we want to do reading, listening, and the most important thing is speaking. And you are speaking with a friend for an hour. That's great. Is she fluent in English?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
She is
But you both
also
do practice.
like me.
Okay, you both practice with each other.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that is also good. But you should go to other places also because if she is not fluent, then you should not just practice with her. You should practice with other people also so that you learn from them.
And I installed Acefluency app, ma'am.
Okay.
And I'm using that app also, ma'am.
They give you audio calls free of cost, right?
Yes, ma'am. 20 minutes
Okay,
free talk.
20-minute audio call
Talk time.
every day. It's free.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
I
do
speak
you
with strangers.
Okay.
20 minutes.
So do you practice for 20 minutes every day?
Sometimes I don't. When I don't get time, that time I don't.
Okay.
But
Otherwise,
when
you
I get
practice
free
every day.
time, yes, ma'am.
Video calls are
Yes.
chargeable and audio calls are free.
Audio calls only 20 minutes. That app gives only 20 minutes time, ma'am.
Okay. If you want to speak for an hour in a day, then you have to pay the
Yes.
charges. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you tried some other app?
No, ma'am.
You have only used Acefluency app.
Yes, ma'am.
And have you spoken to other YouTubers also? Like me? Other
Yes, ma'am.
YouTubers.
I want to talk to them.
Oh, you want to talk, but you have not yet spoken to anybody else.
No, this
on
is
YouTube.
my first conversation, ma'am.
Okay, this is your first conversation. This is your
Ah.
first video conversation in English. Okay, that's great.
Yes.
That means I am the lucky one.
No, ma'am, I am lucky. Thank you so much, ma'am. I sent message immediately. You reply me.
Actually, one of my meeting got cancelled, which was at 11:30. So I was thinking that let me give this slot to someone else. So luckily, you messaged at that time, and I talked to you.
Oh, I'm so lucky, ma'am. Ma'am, may I know about yourself?
Me, I live in Noida. I have 2 children, and I used to work as a software engineer earlier. But after my children were born, I stopped doing that because that was taking a lot of my time. And after that, after a few years of gap, I started my own coaching center where I used to teach all subjects, English, maths, SST, science, everything. And I used to teach spoken English also at my coaching center. There were so many ladies who joined that course also. It was doing fine. But later on, when COVID came, my coaching center, people stopped coming, children stopped coming because of COVID. My coaching center was not doing well. So then my husband suggested me one day. He said, "Why don't you teach on YouTube?" And it worked fine, and it is doing well now. I am now loving this work so much that I am not starting my coaching center again, because even after COVID is over, I am not starting my coaching center again. So I am loving this because if I talk to one person for 20 minutes, that video reaches millions of people and helps them. It is so helpful for people. And there I
Yes,
used to
ma'am.
teach some, 10 to 12 people. Here I am teaching one person, and that video is helping so many people. So,
Really, ma'am, you are doing very good job, ma'am.
thank you so much. Tell me, after you become fluent in English, do you want to do a job or you want to just help your children with their studies?
No, ma'am, I want to do job, ma'am.
Okay, you want to go for a job. What kind of job?
I like a teaching
Okay.
and railway jobs also, ma'am. Railway
Okay.
jobs I like.
Okay. You like teaching job and railway jobs. So when you become fluent in English, you will either go for railway jobs or teaching jobs, right?
Yes, ma'am.
When are you going to do that? You are waiting for your English to become good, huh?
Yes, ma'am. I improved a lot because when I started English learning, that time I don't know even one sentence to make properly. But now I can I have confidence and I can speak English. Whatever wrong or right, I can speak.
When you started learning English, you were not able to make even one correct sentence. But now you can make sentences, you have confidence, and whatever it is, you can speak with confidence, even if it is right or wrong. Isn't it? Yeah. So
Yes,
confidence
ma'am.
is more important. Basically, if you go for an interview and you speak confidently and you make one or two grammatical mistakes, even then the interviewer will see the confidence in your eyes. So he may not reject you for just English. So don't worry. Actually, your English is improving day by day. In just a few months, you can just go for interviews.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. You should try for
Yesterday,
job. Yeah.
was
Yeah.
over the moon because you are replied me, then I over the moon and I said my daughter, ma'am replied me, I'm so happy, I will talk with her. That time my daughter said, mummy, okay, you will talk and you don't nervous when you speak, you
Okay.
don't nervous, you speak freely,
Hmm.
she said me to me.
Okay, so you told your daughter that you had to talk to me. Then your daughter said, "Mama, don't be nervous and speak confidently." Yeah, she told you that. Great. So your daughter is so loving and caring, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. My family also every time encourage me. You
Hmm.
do something. You do new. You learn. I mean, you learn new things every time. Every time, they supports me, ma'am.
Okay, they encourage you. They want you to learn new things, and they always support you. So your
Mm.
family is with you. So when they will come back from school, you will tell them, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Right now they are in school, no?
Yes,
So what time do they
ma'am.
come back?
She is in 2:30, ma'am.
Okay, they will come back at 2:30. Then you will say,
2:30.
take off your clothes, take a bath. But before that, you will tell them about the conversation.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you will have lunch with
She is
them.
also very happy. She is
Okay.
also very happy. She tells me, mom, you join my school and you teach students.
Okay.
I mean, my friend's mother also teacher. She teaches. I mean, school in school. You also join my school.
Okay. She tells you, Mama, you join our school and teach in my school. My friend's mother also teaches in my school. So you also come and join it. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you will have lunch with your children. What have you made for them today?
Today, I'm going to prepare lady fingers fry and dal
Okay.
with rice,
So
ma'am.
it's kurkuri bhindi, isn't it? It's lady finger fry.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
My sons like that sabji very much.
Okay, he likes it. You dip them in besan and then you fry them.
No, ma'am. I don't
Okay.
put a besan, ma'am.
Okay. Then how do you make it?
I put peanut powder, ma'am.
Oh, you put some peanut powder and coat it with that and then you deep fry them.
No, not.
You don't deep fry. Then how do
I
you?
can't. First, I put some onions and chili. Then after the onion fry, then I put lady fingers.
So first you put
I
some
keep
oil
lady
in.
finger.
First you put some oil in the pan, and then you put chopped onion and chopped green chilies in that. You fry them a
curry leaf.
little, and curry
I
leaf
add curry.
in that. Then you fry them a little, and then you put cut lady fingers. You cut them in long strips.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Slices.
Okay, you cut lady finger slices and you put them in the pan.
Into the pan.
Okay.
And then I fry.
Then
I fry 5 minutes.
Okay.
5 minutes. Then I put lemon drops.
Okay.
And then I put
a few drops of lemon juice. Then you fry them a little. Then you put a few drops of lemon juice. Then
I add some spices like turmeric powder, chili powder, and salt.
Okay.
And coriander powder.
And after that,
I fry. When I stop the gas, that time I put peanut powder, ma'am.
How much?
I take 2 or 3 spoons, ma'am.
You put 2 to 3 teaspoons of peanut powder after you turn off the gas.
Before I turn off the gas.
Okay. You put the peanut powder and after that you turn off the gas, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then if you stir it, peanut powder will coat the lady fingers. Is it a Gujarati dish?
No, ma'am. Andhra dish.
Okay. What do we call it? What is the name of this dish?
Bhindi fry.
Bhindi fry. Okay. I have heard that Gujaratis eat rice every day. Is it so?
Yes, ma'am. They eat rice, but they eat chapati.
Okay. They eat rice and chapati for dinner and breakfast, right?
Breakfast and lunch.
Okay. In lunch also they eat chapati.
They have chapati in 3 times.
Okay. They have chapati 3 times and they have rice also.
Rice also.
Okay. So great. Make some lady finger fry for them and send some for me also.
Okay,
it sounds tempting. I want to have it. Okay. It was such a lovely conversation. I really enjoyed talking to you.
Ma'am, I want to know about my English. Please feedback.
Actually, you have improved a lot. A few months ago, you started learning English. When did you start learning English?
Ma'am, 6 months ago, ma'am.
In just 6 months, you are speaking like this. Then in another 6 months, you will be very fluent because you are speaking well. You are making a few mistakes, but that's okay. I also used to make mistakes. So it's okay.
Because of my nervousness, ma'am.
Yeah. And some mistakes are there just because of nervousness. Otherwise, your English is good and it will improve even more. Okay. And
thank you.
Best of luck. You will definitely get your dream job.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, will you upload this video on YouTube?
Yes, yes. And you are going to become popular.
Okay. My children are so happy to see this video on YouTube.
Yeah, they will love watching their mother on YouTube. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, if you there in another choice, when I become a fluent English speaker, that time you will give me another chance, ma'am.
Okay, I will try.
I want to talk with you again once more.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Bye.
Bye bye.